Alrighty, we're videotaping Mama making her famous biscuits.
No, I'm not Julia Childs.
Passed down from Grandma Campbell.
You poke it good before you get started. Gotta poke it.
He'll videotape probably, or he'll probably do the voices.
No, you want to get air in your flour. That's the main thing.
There you go.
Lots of air in there.
She's airing it.
Some people use a sifter. I just use my hands.
The secret.
It's a lot faster.
Oh, stop
Get
it.
air in there.
Yeah, that'll work. Uh-huh. Yep.
In fact, they had an article on TV about Southern biscuits, and it was funny because one of the ladies on that show did this with her flour before.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Okay.
Many times as I've watched this being done, I've never made
Then
them.
you make yourself a well.
There you go.
To work in, which is where you're going to put your bad Crisco, which makes the best biscuits, unless you're using hog lard, which we're not.
You know what? It's the same way with the pie crust. It makes the best pie crust.
It does.
I mean, I use butter, but Crisco does make the best pie crust.
Okay. And normally, for 4 people, I'll use about a half a stick of this. Okay, if I can get it out. There we go. I need a knife.
Here, you do this and let me get her a knife. Do you need a sharper one, Mom?
Probably. Would help. So, I guess I need to put this over here where everybody can see it.
There you go.
So we're going to do half of this Crisco.
I guess it's a stick of Crisco.
A stick of Crisco. That might have been a little more than half, but we just wing it.
It'll do, huh?
Then you have to mix the Crisco in with the flour. And I do that. I do all this with my hands. And I just scrub them real good, so.
Which is the same way Grandma used to do it.
Yeah.
I remember watching her.
When you're following family tradition, you try to do it the way the family did it. And that's what everybody tells me.
So that was the way they did it before they had one of the little utensils that you mix the flour. I can't remember what it's called. I have one.
Oh, the one that you make for you use for your pie crust, you mean?
Yeah.
To make your shortening into pea-sized pieces.
That's it.
And that's what you do with this, only you do it with your fingers.
So this is what they did before Pampered
Oh,
Chef came up
yeah,
with
my
it.
mother never had one of those, so
yeah, she just used.
She had to use her fingers.
Yeah.
And she's probably still using them up in heaven, making biscuits every day.
I used to talk about how her house smelled like biscuits when I'd mow around the outside of it. I'm sure the
I
clouds.
know, and I remember you saying, after Mama died, I remember you saying, well, heaven's going to smell like biscuits now.
That's right. Wait, we're videotaping.
Okay. Is this the buttermilk?
It is.
Gotta have buttermilk. And then I'm going to need some water, because I don't use all buttermilk. Makes them, surprisingly, it makes them heavy. You just mix it all up. As soon as I get some more water here,
This
we'll
is
take
the Amish.
a brief break.
This is the Amish. You just use the Amish buttermilk. Is that enough? So you need
Well, let me see.
Okay.
I judge.
How do you know now at this point? I mean.
Well, I've done it for so many years. It's just.
It starts turning into a solid dough, is how you know.
Yeah, you mix it. You want to make sure you get your shortening mixed into your flour and your milk real well, and I'm going to need some more water.
Okay. And the water girl.
Because this won't be enough. This will be enough to feed Larry and Jim, and you and I won't get any.
Maybe we'll give one to the girls.
Ah.
They'd
might
like a
bring on
biscuit?
some more pink eggs.
Maybe they might like one of Mama's biscuits.
We'll have to send one of these to Jessica
That's
in
why.
Germany.
That's what inspired me actually to do this.
She sent me a message not too long ago wanting to know how to make Grandma's biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you want this dough firm enough so you can kind of lift it away from the bottom of the pan. And that feels like it's just about right. And this is just a finger cleaning thing.
Even though it's still real mushy like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's soft. Then you're going to sprinkle some flour on the top and then take the edges
And fold it.
and fold it up.
Because I've heard that the more you work dough, it can get tough. So now you're at the
Biscuit
point
dough
where
will get tough in a hurry if you
Okay.
mess with it too much. So that's why you just fold it and pat it a little bit. Okay?
And mark it with a B.
And mark it with a B.
B.
Now I'm going to get some of this off my hands real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Just intermission.
Okay, go.
This the pan, Jenny?
Yes.
Okay, we're back. Got my hands cleaned up a little. Now you're going to pinch off about this size piece of dough and just roll it very gently. Form this hand like you're going to make a cone. Keep this hand fairly flat. Roll it. There's your biscuit.
Do you want anything on the pan or you want nothing on the pan?
You can do it either way.
Okay.
I like to make them pretty, but they don't always turn out pretty.
And also, we forgot to mention that the oven is preheated to 500 degrees
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
We turned that on
Because you
about
want to cook
half
them
hour
very
ago.
quickly.
And we already have the bacon cooked, and we're gonna have, look, fresh
Gonna have
eggs.
fresh eggs.
Woo!
From the freshly acquired chickens.
Now you just continue to do that until your dough is all used up, right?
Until you use it all up.
Do you leave them as little mounds, or do you pat them down at all?
I'll probably pat them down. I don't know what that means. You have to give them a little loving touch before you put them in the oven.
Well, that's the difference in just making a biscuit. See, why your biscuits and Grandma's are always so good is because of the love that you use to make them. I'm a firm believer of that in baking.
Well, I definitely love to make them for people that enjoy them.
Well, I remember the first few dishes I tried to make of yours when I left the house, and I'd always say, it doesn't taste as good as Mom's. Well, then I found out the reason was because Mom made it with love. So as I grew older and more mature and hopefully a little smarter, I learned how to do that.
Yeah.
And now my daughters reward me every once in a while with how good my things
Exactly.
are. So
Now, another thing. You might notice I'm putting these up against each other.
Mhm.
You don't have to do that. You can put them, you separate, keep them separated like so that your biscuit will be crusty all the way around, but this is just the way I've always done it.
So I never thought about that.
Yeah. Of course, it takes up more room on your pan, too.
Yeah. And these are just as good cold as they are hot.
Oh, yeah. And I've never met a dog yet that didn't love them.
Yeah, but I never wanted the dogs to have them.
I know.
That was my snack,
You
growing up as a
with
kid.
Grandpa about them,
Yeah.
giving them to the dogs.
We'd go to Grandma's and have biscuits in the morning and then run around and play, and we got hungry, we'd go grab a biscuit off the stove.
Yeah.
That was just a given.
She always made extra for that
Yep.
reason.
Probably why I love bread to this day.
It is.
Probably why the dogs had a biscuit
When you're
butt.
raised on it, it's hard not to love it.
Yeah.
Or your dog used to take its biscuit and go bury it.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's the last one.
Alright, so now what are we going to do here? Is this where you squish them a little?
Now I'm just gonna give them a little love pat thing. There we go. Ready for the oven.
There you go.
This is the before, and we'll take a picture of the after.
Alright. Alright. Great job, Mama.
Okay, put them in the oven.
Her hands are all...
Okay, you run over there.
I don't want to be in it. No. Here. Ready?
2 pans here.
No, it's just one.
Oh, I thought it was 2. Too early in the morning.
In the oven they go. Big biscuits.
Look, I splattered flour in your...
It's still in 500.
It is.
Yep.
And how long do you leave them in there?
Probably about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to half an hour.
And we'll be able to watch this.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye on them. Because all of your ovens are different, heat-wise.
That's what we use flour-wise. Maybe we should put that on there, huh?
Self-rising flour.
Okay, so we'll come back in about 20 minutes or so when they come out.
Look here. Put these things on that. I should have... That doesn't say it's Crisco, but that's
We
what
should have
Mama...
lined up the ingredients
Yeah.
before we used them, and I didn't.
You can use that, or you can use regular buttermilk. Mom says it's important to use self-rising flour
And
and
it's
Crisco.
important to use buttermilk.
And those are the only things we use.
Okay, it's been 20 minutes.
And now it's time to take them out of the oven. Yippee skippy.
Ooh, look at that. Biscuit, 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 biscuit.
Biscuits, butter, and jelly. The only way to go.
Alright.
Or truly.
And every bit of it's going to land right on your hips.
Yep. We have biscuits.
That's enough to make you hungry, isn't it?
Hungry.
Okay.